Mike Broman here for Techno Buffalo. I'm with John Davis. He is the Chief C-Max Engineer for Ford. And John, you're going to run through the C-Max Energi. And what is it specifically about the Energi that is different from the hybrid model?
Sure. What the C-Max Energi does, it's our first production plug-in hybrid. We basically use a lithium-ion battery that has greater storage capacity, therefore greater energy. So we begin to blend the capabilities of a full electric vehicle with a traditional hybrid and get that best of both worlds, so that we don't have the range limitations that a true electric has. And then as soon as we get to a depletion level on the battery, now we go into full hybrid mode. Of course, that's done seamlessly.
Now, what are we talking about for driving range?
So we haven't released the final specifications for that yet, but what I can tell you is it will be greater than the Toyota Prius plug-in hybrid that they've recently launched. And we expect in terms of overall fuel efficiency that our miles per gallon equivalent, or MPGe that you've heard of, will be better than both the Chevy Volt and the Toyota Prius plug-in.
Can we talk about the battery? It's lithium-ion. What type of lithium-ion battery? I know there are different flavors of them.
Yeah, I would probably turn you over to one of our cell experts in that, but basically it's a multi-celled configuration. We actually assemble it in-house, both for the C-Max Hybrid and the C-Max Energi. And the real difference between them are the number of cells and the amount of cell energy storage that we can utilize. The other thing that's unique for the C-Max Energi is it has its own onboard charger. It's actually packaged within the overall battery assembly, so it's within that steel casing that Derek mentioned earlier. And of course, all of that is housed within additional high-strength steel shielding for safety purposes.
You also have some other technologies, regenerative braking, and there's also an exhaust heat system that works. How do both of those work?
So in a normal car, you'd press on your brakes and two things would happen. Your car would slow down and you'd basically be creating heat. In the case of the hybrids, both the C-Max Energi and the C-Max Hybrid, we're utilizing the propulsion system and the transmission to help slow down that vehicle, and it's actually providing the mechanism to recover the energy and basically work as an alternator or a generator to charge that battery up while you're slowing the vehicle. That's what makes hybrids particularly so effective in city cycles, right? You do a lot of braking, a lot of stop and go effort. Okay. The other item you asked about was the engine heat recovery. We're doing that from the standpoint of being able to pair heat off of the exhaust manifold. We utilize that as a part of a fast warm-up cycle. It's more efficient for us to heat up the emissions system so that we can get to the right emissions control, and part of our enabler to do that is to use the engine heat from the exhaust to warm it up faster. So we haven't announced final pricing. What we've said is obviously these vehicles in their space will be very competitive. In terms of the C-Max Hybrid, it'll be our most affordable hybrid we've ever produced. So
I've been talking with John Davis, Chief Engineer of the C-Max, the rumored Prius killer, but that's off the record. All right, so this is Mike Broman from Techno Buffalo. Thanks for tuning in.